Hustle, loyalty, and respect is not just a gimmick for John Cena. It is real. He loves his job. He loves the WWE. He loves the Cena Nation. And he also loves Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And John Cena is the latest wrestler to come out and comment on the Vince McMahon allegations. But unlike the majority of wrestlers, John Cena, he isn't backing away from this. He says he loves McMahon. He says he wants to help his friend. You don't know who your friends are until shit hits the fan or the back is against the wall. And I guess McMahon case, the shit is definitely hitting something. And John Cena wants to be there. John Cena wants to help his friend, Mr. McMahon. So he was doing an interview with Howard Stern. I've actually got some audio from the interview, so just going to play it now. And then I'll give my thoughts after we hear what John Cena had to say about McMahon, Janelle Grant, and the allegations going on right now with the WWE.
How do you handle, this is a tough one. I know you love the WWE and you love Vince and everything, but now Vince has gotten himself into hot water. What the fuck? Like, I have a couple of friends who have gotten into hot water, let's call it. And it's so goddamn confusing. Because you love the guy, and at the same time, also, you don't love what he's being accused of, obviously. What do you do? I mean, how do you handle those situations? I mean, well, I don't know how to handle them.
Well, so how do you handle yours?
Well, it's interesting. There are some people I no longer want to associate with. Because and it's almost not fair because it's not like they've been on trial, but there's been accusations that are disturbing. So I go, can I be personal friends with this person? And some people I can, because there's lines in my mind where things are drawn. But some people I can't because it's too big a mountain to climb. In other words, if any of this is true, I can't know you. You know, I loved you. I love what you did for me. I love our friendship. But now that I know this about you, there's no turning back. I have to do what I morally think is right. And unfortunately, it's not to associate. But this is a guy who's been so good to you.
Sure. And
so great in your career. I imagine it's a mind fuck, and then when you get asked about it, it's like it's too complicated to even talk about.
So, I don't think it's complicated to talk about. I think it's complicated to listen to, and that's kind of why I don't necessarily put a lot of time and equity into it.
Yeah.
Again, I think there's still a long ways to go.
Yeah.
I can say this. I'm a big advocate of love and friendship and honesty and communication. But in the same breath, I'm also a big advocate of accountability.
Yeah, me too.
I think you explained it well of if someone's behavior lies so far outside your value system that the balance shifts of like, man, I can't operate in a world where this works.
Yeah,
that's the end result of being accountable. But
there's also
what are you
going to do though.
So right now, what I'm going to do is love the person I love,
right? Be
their friend, and by that it means like, hey, I love you. You got a hill to climb, and there's the saying of like, hey, you don't know who you are, or you don't know who your friends are until the shit hits the fan or your back's against the wall. That doesn't make any of what's going on any easier to swallow.
Right.
But just telling somebody that like, hey, I love you, man, this is going to be a hill to climb. We're going to see what happens. And that's that. I think it sounds so cliche, but it has to be one day at a time. But at the same token, I've openly said is, I love the guy. I got a great relationship with the guy. So that's that.
No, I don't think that's cliche at all. That's kind of been my approach. One thing I do, and I say this to my wife all the time, I said, I'm going to pick up the phone and call the guy. I don't want to sit there and hide and say, I don't want to be the kind of friend who then says, well, I'm never going to address this again.
Yeah, I think my construct of trying to operate with honesty and communication. I think those are strong leads to handling any problem or any achievement. But the whole thing is super, super unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's really the thing that sucks, because not only does it deal with an individual I love, it deals with an entity that I love.
Yeah.
And it's one that I speak highly of. And you want to make sure I want everyone to have the experience I had. If you're an employee at Disneyland, you want everybody to go to Disney and think it's the greatest place on earth. And when someone doesn't, or when you find out that there may or may not have been things going on there that, this place I was speaking so great about, well, in some aspects needed a lot of work. That's more than just how do I feel about this person. Now I shift to, okay, am I doing all I can to make it better? From the advice of like, work as hard as you can, promote as hard as you can. Is there anything I can do? So not only do I tell my friend I love them, I also switch to the entity and say, how can I help?
So there you have it, guys. John Cena doing an interview with Howard Stern, and he is refusing to give up on McMahon. And I guess loyalty just wasn't a gimmick. It wasn't just a word that John Cena threw out there. He is legitimately being loyal to McMahon, and he is going down with the ship. And it wasn't so much that Cena was trying to defend McMahon, or Cena was trying to say we need to wait on more information. Cena was pretty much saying that no matter what, he loves McMahon. He's going to be there for McMahon. McMahon's his friend, and he wants to help. Now, we have seen the likes of Kevin Nash and Randy Orton come out, and they've pretty much not condemned McMahon because they do not know if it's real. They do not know if the allegations are true, and they're waiting on more information before they really comment. But John Cena didn't really talk about waiting for more news. He didn't really talk about waiting on the trial or anything like that. John Cena's pretty much just saying that no matter what, he is going to stick with McMahon. He's going to stick with the sinking ship. If McMahon goes down, John Cena's still going to be there for him. He's still going to love him. He's still going to be his friend, and he's still going to want to help the guy. So, interesting take. We know he loves the company. We know he loves Vince McMahon, but I was a little bit surprised to see just him stand side by side with Vince McMahon over these allegations. There's no doubt this could backfire on John Cena. He could take a lot of heat for this. The guy is trying to build a new career in Hollywood. He's doing very well for himself. He's been successful. And him just siding with McMahon here, him coming out and refusing to condemn or refusing to criticise a guy that has allegations against him, such as McMahon currently does. It's a little bit of a weird one. So yeah, Cena coming out saying that he is with McMahon, he loves McMahon, and he wants to help McMahon. Pretty strange there from John Cena, but you know what, you can't knock the loyalty and the respect from John Cena. He's sticking by Vince McMahon, and we've seen a lot of wrestlers who have just thrown him under the bus. So yeah, no, it's actually refreshing to see Cena come out and not do that. However, I did think it was a little bit strange how Cena reacted to the news. He was pretty calm and cool. He's treating it like McMahon has broke his diet or something, or skipped leg day at the gym. These are serious allegations, but you know, Cena doesn't seem to care. No matter what, he's going to stick by McMahon. And I mean, Cena said it himself, you know, you don't know who your true friends are until your back is against the wall. And I guess we're seeing here that John Cena is a true friend to Mr. McMahon. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below. John Cena sticking by Mr. McMahon here. I mean, it's nice to see, it's good to see that there's people like John Cena that will stick by you no matter what, but still these allegations are serious and we still don't know what actually happened. So it's going to be interesting to get more news on this situation. But I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Till then, peace.